Hi, Jim Robinson, ProfitTrading.com. I'm going to try to start doing some videos for the premium newsletter subscribers. So here's what we're looking at in gold. This is a weekly February gold chart, and the 20 and 40 week moving averages show that the gold is in an uptrend, and you can see that the 20 is moving away from the 40. So that means I got to figure out how to get that "you've got mail" turned and so the 20 and 40, the 20 is pulling ahead of the 40, so that means that the upside momentum is accelerating. Now, the moving averages will be support for corrections, and gold could, I think this is probably a low for gold. Gold is probably testing, coming back and testing this consolidation area here right now. If you draw a line over here, it kind of fits right in. I mean, it may have a little lower to go, but gold could come all the way down to these moving averages and it still be a bull market. Now here's one reason why I think there's higher prices in gold besides the uptrend on the weekly moving averages is the 14-week relative strength index. When it came into the high, you can see that momentum was at a peak. It was the highest of any place on the chart. The momentum was at 78, which is a high reading, and usually high momentum means that it's strong buying, and markets don't normally make peaks on high momentum. They usually make the tops on bearish divergence. So what will probably happen is, somewhere down the line, gold will make a longer term bearish divergence on the weekly chart, and that will be when the top will come in, but that could be a long ways down the road. And again, you can see that right here, if you draw a trend, if we were to draw a trend line across here, this is all strong support if gold comes down and tests this. So this correction in gold could have more to go, but I'm thinking right now it's about at the low on the daily chart. We can pull up the daily chart real quick here. On the daily chart, okay, the daily chart, now here's some a little good technical analysis tip. I'm going to try to do like more mentoring and kind of teaching trading in 2010. That's the idea. So here's a few tips for looking at the daily chart and why it's probably in a close to a correction low. I mean, you never know for sure. That's why we still gotta, when we make the trade, we still gotta have a entry signal, and we still gotta have a stop if wrong. So right now we're just looking at the setup of the trade, and the 20 and 40 moving averages are still trending higher, and the 40 is support. So that, I mean, it came right down where you would expect support area. And then if you look back here, this is where the last consolidation was made. And if you kind of just draw a trend line over here, gold's not too far away from that. It's a little higher. Again, these support areas are just areas. They're not going to be exact. So it's coming down. This is strong support for gold, which is coming down. And then here's another interesting thing is these bull market corrections tend to make the correction low at the 40 reading on the 14-day RSI, and you can see that right now the 40 reading is 40. The RSI reading is 41 here. So again, it could come down. It could still dip down a little bit here, and there's nothing saying it can't go down to 30 or anything, but that's just something to keep your eye on. When it gets close to the 40, that's a good clue that maybe a correction low is coming in for gold. So right now, we'll be looking for gold to kind of snap back up here, and it could still, make a head and shoulders bottom, or it could just, since the holidays are coming up, it could just trade sideways or whatever. That's where these markets are going to do whatever they want to do. But in the long run, we're going to be looking to buy gold and get long gold, and gold is in a bull market. So we'll wrap this one up, and thanks for listening to my video. Jim Robinson, ProfitTrading.com.